Follow these minimalist money rules. You must follow them to always be financially stable.
Have you ever wondered why some people can earn a decent salary, pay their bills on time, and still feel financially uncomfortable every month? The strange part is they may not be irresponsible with money. They may not be overspending on luxury vacations or buying expensive watches. Sometimes the problem is much simpler. They have too many financial commitments competing for the same paycheck. And when that happens, even a good income can start feeling surprisingly small. Imagine a 30-year-old professional living in a major city in the United States or Europe. Their after-tax income is around $4,500 a month. On paper, that sounds reasonable. But then reality begins. Rent or a mortgage costs $1,700. Utilities, groceries, internet, and insurance take another $900. A car payment or financing costs $550. Fuel, transportation, and maintenance add another $250. Student loans or credit card payments take $300. Now, we're already at $3,700. That leaves only $800 for everything else. Clothes, restaurants, subscriptions, entertainment, unexpected expenses, savings, investing, and the occasional emergency that nobody planned for. This is where financial instability usually begins. Not necessarily with one enormous mistake. It begins with a lifestyle that has become too complicated to comfortably support.
The hidden problem is that most people think about money one purchase at a time. A $40 subscription doesn't feel dangerous. A $70 monthly payment doesn't feel dangerous. An extra $150 on a nicer car doesn't feel dangerous. But financial pressure doesn't come from individual purchases. It comes from stacking commitments. Consider the car. A person sees a $550 monthly payment and thinks, that's manageable. But the real cost isn't $550. Add insurance, fuel, maintenance, registration, parking, and repairs. That $550 payment can easily become an $850 or even a $900 monthly transportation commitment. That's roughly $10,000 a year. Over 5 years, you're looking at around $50,000. And that's money that has to leave your account, whether the month is good or bad. This is one of the most important minimalist money rules. Don't judge an expense by whether you can afford it today. Judge it by whether you want to commit to paying for it repeatedly. There's a major psychological reason people struggle with this. Humans naturally adapt to higher standards of living. When income rises, spending often rises with it. At first, the bigger apartment feels special. The newer car feels rewarding. The frequent restaurant dinners feel normal. The premium phone plan feels insignificant. But after a few months, none of these things feel luxurious anymore. They simply become the baseline.
Then, something interesting happens. You receive a raise. Instead of becoming more financially secure, you simply become capable of maintaining a more expensive lifestyle. Your income increased, but your financial freedom barely moved. This is sometimes called lifestyle inflation. But the deeper problem is psychological. People don't just spend money to buy things. They spend money to maintain a certain identity. A person may think, I'm successful now, so I should live in this neighborhood. Or, everyone at work drives a newer car. Or, I work hard, so I deserve to eat out several times a week. None of these decisions are automatically wrong. The issue appears when your financial system requires them. Because the moment optional spending becomes fixed spending, your flexibility disappears. And flexibility is one of the most underrated forms of financial stability. Imagine two people earning the same $5,000 after tax. Person A has a $2,200 housing payment, a $700 car-related cost, multiple subscriptions, expensive dining habits, and several monthly debt payments. Person B has a slightly smaller apartment, a reliable used car, fewer recurring expenses, and almost no consumer debt. Both earn the same amount, but they don't have the same financial life.
If person A suddenly faces a $3,000 medical bill, a job interruption, or a major car repair, the problem becomes immediate. Person B may have room to absorb the shock. That's the real value of minimalist money management. It's not about owning nothing. It's about making fewer financial commitments that you can't easily reverse. A minimalist approach to money also changes how you think about savings. Many people save whatever happens to be left at the end of the month. But when every dollar already has a destination, there is usually nothing left. Financially disciplined people often reverse the process. They first protect a portion of their income. Then they build their lifestyle around what remains. For example, suppose you earn $5,000 after tax. You decide that $750 automatically goes towards savings and investments. Now, you don't ask yourself whether you can save $750 this month. That decision has already been made. Your lifestyle operates on the remaining $4,250. This creates something much more powerful than a perfect budget. It creates a financial boundary. And boundaries matter because expenses tend to expand into available space.
There's another rule that sounds almost too simple. Keep your fixed expenses boring. Housing should be manageable. Transportation should be practical. Debt payments should be limited. Recurring subscriptions should be intentional. Because fixed expenses are different from occasional spending. You can skip a restaurant. You can delay buying clothes. You can cancel a weekend trip. But you can't easily skip rent, a mortgage payment, a car loan, or a credit card minimum payment. The larger your fixed expenses become, the less control you have over your future income. And that's why financial stability often looks surprisingly unexciting. Someone financially stable may not have the newest car. They may live in a perfectly ordinary apartment. They may cook at home more often. They may keep the same phone for several years. From the outside, it may not look impressive. But underneath that ordinary lifestyle is something valuable. They have room for an unexpected expense.
Managing your money doesn't have to be complicated. I make smart financial lessons simple and practical. You can easily build real wealth over time, so make sure to subscribe for more tips.